Hey guys, Mr. Moodles here and welcome back to another Overwatch guide video. You guys seem to really enjoy the last one, so I thought I'd make another one. Hopefully this one can help you just as much or even more than the other one. I really hope you guys enjoy this. The aim of this video is to explain the concept of Gamesense and help you improve your own Gamesense in order to help you play better and climb the rank ladder. Now, what is Gamesense? To put it simply, Gamesense is your knowledge of what is going on in the game. This consists of map knowledge, knowledge of where your teammates and enemies are, as well as your own positioning and ability and ultimate tracking. Let's start with map knowledge. Knowing your surroundings in Overwatch is very important. You need to know things like where the edge of the map is, so you don't walk off the edge, know possible flank routes in order to use them or to watch enemies using them, know where health packs are so you can disengage and get health packs very fast. Overwatch does have a pretty big map pool, so it can be very difficult to learn every map, but the only way you will really learn all these stuff about all the maps is by simply playing the game a lot. Now let's move on to knowing where your teammates and enemies are. I touched on this in my last video, but if you are a tank or DPS, it is very important to know where your healers are so that you can play within their line of sights so that you can receive healing much more easily. Keep an eye on them if they get dived or rushed so that you can help them. So every once in a while just turn back and look at them, make sure that they're okay. If you're a healer, watch for your teammates going on flanks and try to support them if you can. But don't overextend to try and save them, only help them if you can stay in a safe position. Knowing where your enemies are is just as important as knowing where your teammates are. So keeping track of your enemies' positions and movements is vital to stopping what they are trying to do. Count to see how many enemies are pushing together. If you only see 5 pushing on one side, look out for the flanker or flankers and try to shut them down, or if you're a healer, reposition yourself somewhere else so that it'll be harder for them to kill you. Positioning. Positioning is probably the most important aspect of Overwatch. The team with the better positioning wins 99% of the time. But what exactly is correct positioning? Well, for each role in the game, your positioning is different. I mentioned earlier about the tanks and DPS needing to play in the line of sight of the healers, but that's not all. Positioning around or near cover is best. Cover is the best shield as nothing can break it or even go through it. Use it to your advantage as much as possible. Try not to position yourself in a corner and give yourself plenty of options to move around and rotate out. The last tip I have is to try and be near health packs. Controlling a mega health pack near the objective is good for denying enemies extra healing. I do plan making an in-depth video on positioning for every role in the game, and if you would like to see that, please consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you don't miss it when it comes out. The last topic that we'll be talking about today is ability and ultimate tracking. This is probably the hardest skill to master in Overwatch as it requires an alert mind and a very in-depth knowledge of the game. We'll start with abilities. Tracking enemy abilities is vital because they are the most vulnerable when their abilities are on cooldown. Wait for the enemies to use crucial abilities such as Honor Bartic Grenade or Baptiste Immortality Field before going in with your own abilities. When an enemy's ability is on cooldown, you have a window to attack before the ability comes up again. Be wise and make sure you know roughly how long the cooldown is so that you can attack within that window for the maximum success. Now on to ultimates. This is way more difficult than tracking abilities. Each hero has a different ultimate charge rate and is based on how well the person is performing on that hero. If they are landing more shots and abilities, the ultimates will charge faster. Learning to track this charge rate is a valuable skill and can eliminate unwelcome surprises. If you are in a full 6 stack with comms, it is a good idea for everyone on your team to try and track your counterpart's ultimates. If you are a main tank, track the opposition's main tank's ultimate. If you're a main healer, if you're playing Lucio, track the enemy's Lucio's ultimate, for example. This is a good starting point for ultimate tracking. Well, that's it guys. Gamesense is something that you have to improve over a very long period of time. I hope this video will help you improve your gameplay and your experience in Overwatch. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please consider leaving a like, subscribing if you are new to my channel and want to see more content like this, and comment down below if you have any ideas on what you want to see on the channel. See you in the next one. Cheers.